Yes, indeed, it's Thursday, just around the corner from Friday, and it's now time for Butch On Sports. Yes, Butch On Sports is here. I am simply Butch. And as always, thanks for tuning in, boys and girls here. Yes, on a Thursday, late Thursday night, letting some games go into progress here as I check on my monitor and watch the Detroit Lions losing to the Cleveland Browns by a score of 35-7. About 26 seconds left in the game. It's safe to say that the Lions will lose this game, but the preseason will be over, and maybe in 10 days from today, which will be on a Monday night, they'll take on the New York Jets in the season opener at Ford Field. Yes, indeed. But they're like, this is the tree trimming session, I think, of all football teams as they cut and get their rosters down to a appreciative 53 men and some odds and ends here and there. So by, say, Saturday, we'll be safe to know who's going to be on the Lions and who have been cut. So we'll wait on that. And next week we'll go over that particular situation and in depth talk about the season for the Detroit Lions, as now it is a final. Detroit Lions lose to Cleveland 35-17 at home at Ford Field. Exhibition season is now officially over, and now the Lions will have the job of, again, trimming the tree and getting down to the proper players on the rosters and getting very serious about Monday Night Football, national television that is, and having their way with a brand new season. Yeah, I said it. I said it. In the meanwhile, Detroit Lions announced today that they will be inducting three legends into their Pride of Lions during the halftime ceremony of their homecoming game against the Seattle Seahawks on October the 28th. The Pride of the Lions is a permanent display at Ford Field honoring the greatest players in franchise history. Mrs. Ford and her family and the Detroit Lions organization is very excited to recognition of three more of the best players ever wear the Honolulu blue and silver, said team president Ron Wood. Now, this cracks me up in a way, but this is long overdue. And a lot of things are long overdue, but this is very much so long overdue. Roger Brown is going to be put in that particular phrase there of that Honolulu blue on that sign. Also, Alex Karras, another long time overdue player for the Detroit Lions, not on that shield across the mantle in the press box there. And also Herman Moore. He will be placed on that particular mantle around the stadium there at Ford Field as a unique way of honoring those particular players. Like I said, two of them are very much so long overdue. When the Lions had their competitive days, you couldn't think no more of Roger Brown and Alex Karras. Herman Moore is a given. But those two players, I kind of shake my head. What took them so long to honor those particulars? What took them so long? The beat goes on. Brown, Karras, and Moore will join 15 other greats on the Pride of Lions, which was first unveiled in 2009. And by the way, the Lions also announced that they have already waived offensive lineman Bo Nunn and also waived injured defensive tackle Toby Johnson. So that's two down and a lot more to go, okay, for the Detroit Lions to do a whole heck of a lot of getting down. NFL made some announcements today. They hired 24 full-time game officials among their current 122 persons roster of officials. The NFL and the NFL Referees Association other known as the NFLRA, jointly announced this decision today. 24 full-time officials, up from 21 in the inaugural season of the program in 2017, comes from all 7 on-the-field official positions and representing a collaborative initiative intended to promote the common goal of improving every aspect of NFL officiating. In the effort of improving the consistency, efficiency, and accuracy of the full-time game of the officials, it will be worked upon throughout the calendar year in the game of preparation and game administration, analytics, and analyzing current game trends, communications with the club, and assisting to ensure that there is quality in a qualified pipeline for future officials. Isn't that cute, boys and girls? Long overdue. Long overdue for something like that there. But again, would improve the climate of the NFL? I don't know. I should say not. We'll see. Speaking of football today, the arbitrator in the case of Colin Kaepernick, a grievance case, they now can proceed after the NFL requested a summary judgment. Both sides argued their particular points, giving arbitrator Stephen Burbank the evidence that has produced in discovering this particular. In those arguments, it led Burbank to determine the case should move forward, a clear loss for the NFL. That means Colin Kaepernick can now argue his case in front of an arbitrator or a jury in deciding or making decided or decision making about collusion. Yes, Burbank decided to suggest that there's enough merit in the argument and evidence produced by Kaepernick's legal team to warrant a trial on the facts of this case. The NFL requested a summary judgment ruling from Burbank earlier in the summer, saying the Kaepernick legal team hadn't reached the standards to prove that the league and its owners collectively colluded to keep Kaepernick out of football. And some of us say, that's a story in itself. But again, we'll keep that fire burning because now they're going to trial. What a deal, huh? What a deal for the NFL and Colin Kaepernick, trying to prove that because you get on your knees and whatever it may be, you can't be around the NFL or call him a troublemaker, whatever you would prefer there. But again, things are shaky in this world here. By the way, Kaepernick, he had opted out of his contract in 2017 from the San Francisco 49ers. And, in order to be a free agent, and hasn't received a job yet. Not a one. And that's when Denver Broncos owner or top president, John Elway, said, well, he had a chance to be on our team, but he didn't take it. That kind of rung the bells of a lot of people. I don't know. Again, we'll stay on top of that particular decision, and down the road a piece, we'll be treated to a trial to find out what life is to come of Colin Kaepernick and collusion in the NFL. The Detroit Red Wings, yes, we got some Red Wing news. They announced an opportunity for their fans to enjoy an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of Little Caesars Arena on Wednesday, September the 5th, and review available seating options for the upcoming 2018-19 season. The Select A Seat event will run till noon until Friday, till 8 o'clock. Yes, on Wednesday, September the 5th. Fans can register upon arrival. You get on the website or you call the Little Caesars Arena and you ask for an appointment. Upon arrival at Little Caesars Arena, fans will be provided with a complimentary tour, personal choice of their seats, and second season award-winning venue there. Also, the event will include open skating at Little Caesars Arena for resident fans, beginning at 4 o'clock, and they can skate to around about 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock when they kick you off the ice, probably around by the area of 7:45. Yep, you can register, and also you got to bring your own skates. And that's the kicker in this extravaganza. So Wednesday, after Labor Day is over and you go back to work, maybe a little family outing on Hump Day, go on and find a seat for the Detroit Red Wings 2018-19 season. I'm quite sure tickets are brisk, ain't they? The U.S. Open, I've been watching a lot of that. We haven't mentioned about tennis. Yes, the U.S. Open, it brings a lot of memories. I can't never forget John McEnroe and his antics in this particular event way back when. The question jerk. Boy, oh boy. He brings chills to your spines, huh, boys and girls? The France's Alicia Cornet on Wednesday, a day after issued her code violation for changing on the court. If you didn't hear about it, it was very hot and steamy, and I'm quite sure the court was a lot more hot and steamier because it's more or less a cement type of settlement there. It's not like dirt or clay or some of the rubber. It gets hot. After leaving the court for the 10-minute heat break, which they do get now because of the heat conditions in New York during this particular event, Cornet returned to start the third set against Sweden's Johanna Larsson. However, the former world number 11 shirt was on backward, and when she changed it on the baseline, the chair umpire issued a warning. Boy, that steamed up a whole lot of people, including Hall of Famer Billie Jean King and former great British FedEx Cup Captain Judy Murray. They issued a statement calling the violation sexist. King, who won 4 singles in the New York event, slated to Twitter that the ruling was outdated and impractical, while the WTA said it was unfair that men were able to sit shirtless on the court side in the heat with no violation. The temperature was over 95 degrees with almost 50% humidity or more, and on the court it felt worse, 105 degrees inside Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadows, New York, there, with players changing between the game, wearing ice bags around their neck. You can get the drift, boys and girls, that as the particular goes on there with all these fine twiddles there. Yes, the U.S. officials ended up apologizing to Cornet and clarifying the ruling on Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night and it's Thursday now. But that what happened. Boy, people just don't get enough of messing around with each other here. I was about ready to say a bad word, but I caught myself in the middle of it, and I'm very proud of myself. The Detroit Pistons announced also today that they announced that Bernard Cordovis has joined the organization as the medical director, and Jim Snoller has been named the head athletic trainer. Cordovas, he's now going to be responsible for overseeing directly the organizational medical team, performing staff, nutrition, and sports science efforts to ensure long-term player health. He's a board-certified sports clinical specialist from the American Board of Physical Therapy Specialists and brings 20 years of managerial experience to the outpatient orthopedic orthopedic measures of medicine and athletes there. He also was the Colorado market manager for a large outpatient physical therapy company managing 9 facilities. And during this time, he was also a therapist consultant for the Major League Baseball Colorado Rockies between 1993 and 2000, and the NHL Colorado Rockies from 1995 to 2003. And you can keep players conditioned under conditions in Colorado. Boy, that's going to be a mint worth of improvement for the Detroit Pistons, who basically for the last 3 or 4 years, they looked like they were juiced in the second half of a whole heck of a lot of games. And I'm glad the Pistons have addressed that the health and management and also being in shape will have a lot to do with winning basketball games instead of losing them. I just said that, huh? What a deal. I had to say it. I had to put it down there. Well, the University of Detroit, speaking of basketball, University of Detroit Mercy forward and current professional player in China, Eli Holman, will be hosting a back-to-school book bag giveaway as part of Eli Holman's Foundation this weekend in Detroit. This is a back-to-school book bag giveaway with features, free haircuts, free food, face painting, bounce house, music, and a whole heck of a lot more. This is on Saturday, September the 1st from 9 o'clock to 3 p.m. Where it's going to be at? It's going to be at the Faith Clinic Church of God in Christ. That's on 12260 Camden in Detroit, Michigan. Yes, Holman played 3 seasons for the Titans from 2009 to 12. He ended his career by earning the Horizon League 6th Player of the Year in 2013. Okay, yeah, he did it. He did. I haven't spoken on the Detroit Tigers yet because a game is still in progress here, which the Detroit Tigers are winning right now by a score 8-7 in the 9th inning over the New York Yankees. A lot of 2-run homers in this game here. A lot to just kind of keep the excitement growing. Tigers playing their Little League lineup here against the powerful New York Yankees, who've been battling, seem like all game long, a back-and-forth game with leads and whatever it may be. But again, with 1 out in the 9th inning, yes, the Yankees are trailing by 1, 8-7. Detroit Tigers are favored in this particular game. By the way, we saw a player with his 300th home run of his career. Guess who that was? I won't mention him. I won't do it. It just messes up the surprise. Okay? All righty now. Well, I'm gonna finish with the old 1-2 get up and go here. It's the holiday, and I kind of remind you a lot of football was played today. Talking about high school football, a lot of it, and much will be played tomorrow. Okay, and then Saturday and Sunday and Monday ain't nothing at all. So, if you didn't get to one of your high school football games or volleyball or swimming meet or whatever's going on in the fall for high school, which, by the way, some high schools started their school Wednesday. Now, in fact, I was at a school today that was brand new in the box. Had kids entering school out there in Wayne, Michigan. So, yes, their school and the students in Detroit, Michigan, in the Public School League, they will start their schooling after Labor Day. There's an outstanding rule that majority of the schools start after Labor Day because the state of Michigan thought that tourists and vacationing during that time of people going back to school and stuff mean more. I can't understand that ruling where there's certain districts have to get this exception rule thrown down where they can't start school in August, okay, or the last part of August, not being able to have maybe a midterm break or something here, and have to give all that away because people think that people are going to be traveling during the Labor Day holiday season. Well, if you have a family or you're a single parent of children and all, and the list goes on and on and on, you ain't too much doing a whole heck of a lot of traveling. You might do a picnic down at the local park, or better still, call some friends over in the backyard or two. But when it comes down to Labor Day, that party's going to get cut short. You better believe it. You ain't going to be up to 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning. Those kids behinds will be in bed getting that rest, because on that Tuesday, boys and girls, on the 4th, they'll be hippity-hopping to their nearest school bell. So, I don't know what that rule really means about tourist attraction or whatever it may be. Let's say looking for people to be truant or kids and truant in school. We don't want that. I just figure I editorialize that particular situation because I don't understand the rule. I think schools should have that honor and privilege of, if they want to start in August, just to have some extra time during the winter, which is cold and frosty, and be home under the fire or in the heat, or building snowmen, or getting ice skating, or having a little like vacation there, a little break off. It should be their privilege. But what do I know, huh? What do I know? Maybe not too much of anything anymore here. I tell you, with that saying, I am done. Yes, it's going to be the holiday long weekend, 4 days starting tomorrow, Friday. I wish everyone to have a great holiday weekend, a safe one, a very safe one indeed. I'm going to take a little break here per se. You won't hear from me, by golly, till next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday, boys and girls. It'll be our next telecast on Butch On Sports, and we'll kick off with a whole heck of a lot of stuff. The Lions, I'm quite sure, have been cut their roster and did a whole lot of other stuff. Detroit Tigers should be back in the groove and be at home with their weekend series as they honor the 1968 Detroit Tigers all that weekend upcoming. Not this weekend, next weekend. Yours truly will be down there to see some of those Tigers who are living still and able to come on down to the ballpark after 50 years of goodies. Yes, 50 years of that World Series that I can never forget as a kid. And as we say, the World Series was getting as a kid, the Detroit Tigers win the game against the New York Yankees 8-7. Congratulating each other. What an ending for this show here. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Again, have a great and safe weekend, boys and girls here. Everybody, okay? Wednesday next week, we'll be back.